Hello,
Hello.
dear viewer.
Hello, Clarice.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm Dylan. You're Nicole.
Mhm.
This is Throttle Company. Where we are currently is in Columbus, Ohio. This video series, in your face, is called
You asked for it.
You Asked for It. And what do we do for it?
You asked for it is answering questions from the, silly to serious from various sources.
I was going to say from the phone. Okay, so
This one's from Google.
Today is motorcycle camping. And we are lucky because we have one of the world experts on motorcycle camping. One of the best people to ask about motorcycle camping. So let's start it out real super easy and simple. How do you camp on a motorcycle?
Oh, I am the queen of long answers to simple questions because that answer is super long. You can camp on a motorcycle with, a blow-up mattress, like a camp mattress, strapped to the back seat and buy food along the way, or you can have luggage with a camp stove and a sleeping bag and a tent and a fan that's battery powered. I mean, how you camp on a motorcycle is up to you, your carrying capacity of your motorcycle, gear you have.
Okay, let's take one step back. What if you just said, I'm interested, I'm Moto camp curious? What would you suggest to someone? Do a test, do a tryout? Didn't you go to the park and bring your stuff?
Yes. So at a minimum, you should have something to insulate you from the ground, like an air pad, a tent.
Some people do hammock, but you don't suggest that. You and I don't do those things.
I don't not suggest it. I'm just not as familiar with a hammock.
This is not our strategy.
But you would still want an underquilt on a hammock anyway. But you need to have some basic equipment, something to feed yourself with, something to sleep on, something to sleep in, and something to strap those things to your bike.
Okay, perfect segue. Can I carry a tent on a motorcycle? That's a question.
Yes, there are various ways to do that too. My biggest parameter is the length of the tent poles. So when you're a backpacker,
because you can't compress them. They're sticks.
So it also depends on if you're willing to just strap something onto your bike or if you need it to fit into a saddle bag or a dry bag. That's a matter of opinion. Everything has to fit inside of an actual luggage bag. So the tent poles don't need to be lightweight, but they do need to be shorter to fit into my luggage.
So consider that if you're buying, you all right?
Yeah.
Consider that if you're buying a tent to see sort of the minimum length of the poles when they're broken down. Can I carry groceries on a motorcycle?
Yeah. So there's also ways to do that. Like I keep the insulation bag from my HelloFresh delivery to make a makeshift cooler when I get to camp. I unload all of my gear and then I put the liner inside my luggage, then go to the local grocery store and get what I need so I don't have to carry ice or keep it cool the whole time. And then my pannier becomes my cooler.
This isn't a question on here, but I know that we've typically done this in the past. Is another thing when you get there is like if you're at a campground or something like that, it's like, oh no, like I need firewood. Sometimes they'll bring it to you, depending on the campground. But
bring
sometimes
a net.
You gotta go. Yes.
Bring a net with you so that you can not cord. I always get this thing wrong.
I thought it was called cord.
Yes, but I think it's like a 16th of a cord or something. Whatever the small.
A cord
bundle.
is like a trucklock.
Yeah,
these are like
whatever the small bundle is.
I thought the small one was a cord. Anyway,
fits onto the back seat of a motorcycle.
Unit, 1 unit of firewood. It's perfect with a net. All right, and it's also great with our friend Annette, but a net.
Yes.
Okay, so how much weight can you carry on a motorcycle? That's a good question.
That depends on the carrying capacity of your motorcycle. If you have a small, 250cc motorcycle, you might not be able to have as much weight with you and your camp gear on it at once. And if you have a large motorcycle with saddlebags and a pillion seat with a sissy bar, you might be able to put on more. If you have a passenger, you might have to have less gear. If you are camping with someone else, you might be able to disperse the weight of your camp gear between people. But it really depends on the bag luggage that you have and how it attaches to your motorcycle and then the weight of the motorcycle itself.
Last question. Is 350 cc's big enough?
Yes.
That's the question.
That's the answer.
We know people that have camped off of 350. Royal Enfield has 3 different 350. Well, now almost 4.
So, for example, the Meteor 350, perfect. I have camped with a group where that was on the freeway. She didn't tent camp. She stayed at a motel, but she had other camping equipment with her. on her bike and was the leader of our group on the freeway 4 hours away, camp
The
out.
leader of the pack. Oh, that was the last one. Was pack. Spoiler. All right. You asked for it. You answered it. You're the best. Bye.